What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. I hope everybody out there is doing great tonight. I'm sure you're doing great if you're a Falcons fan. I'm sure you're doing great. But look, definitely want to thank everybody for coming on, chilling out with us. For everybody who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I definitely appreciate it. Now, look, first of all, want to go ahead and get some house cleaning out the way. So if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, this is a celebration coaches meeting. If you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you put a what in the world Bo in the comments. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit that like button, and please, sharing is caring, guys. Share the channel with your friends and family. Now let them know there's old country boy, former football coach on here that's just look, they're just trying to, you know, enlighten some of the fan base and have a good time at the same time, Bo. So first of all, let's show love to everybody that's showing love to me. John Brooks in here says I'm first, and I hit that like button. Rise up. Much love to you, John. You always on top of it, Bo. Zantique, what in the world, Bo? Much love to you, fam. Raymond Elder. Let's go. 2-2. Falcons with the dub. ATL skate, man. What in the world, coach? Man, hey, man. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Now, hopefully, I'm going to be feeling a little bit better if these doggone Bucks take this loss. It's going to be the perfect Sunday. It's going to be the perfect Sunday. Trifecta. 90s baby says, stats don't win games, coach. Matt Ryan lost today. Look, I understand that. But one thing that we do have to remember when it comes to stats, sometimes it's all about when you make the mistakes that you make. And we're going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about that. Down South Georgia boy says, what in the world, both Falcons 2-2 rise up. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same amount of games that they said we were going to win after 17 games, Coach Ronnie. So I guess we're going I guess we're going to lose the next 13. Every last game. Nate Bill, what's going on, Coach? Shouts out to your Bills with the comeback victory today. Coach Wallace, what in the world, boy? So what's good, Coach? This was a great win today, and we needed it. Definitely. Ghost Peppers. He says, what in the world, Bo? He says Amari Cooper had one catch for 9 yards. That's the AJ we all know and love. Yes. Great win. D Flow, much love to you, man. Tay Bro says the Dirty Birds are back. Hello. Big Mel. A Love, what a game. Yes, it was definitely a good game. And then Lee Ross came in here and says Braves 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Yes, let's go ahead and get that NL East crown, Bo. Let's go ahead and take that pennant home with us. Definitely, man, definitely. Michael says, where you at, Bo? I was late, man. I was late. Me and Coach Ronald, we were celebrating. You know, we were so busy celebrating. I was like, oh man, the coaches meet. What in the world? Man, definitely, man. Coach Terry Artist 404 in here, man. Much love to you, Bo. Much love to you, Brandon Little, Coach Bridget. Definitely. The real Terrence says, hey everyone, how about them Dirty Birds? Definitely, man. So look, we got a few things that we need to talk about. First of all, let's just enjoy this, right? Let's soak it up. You know, close your eyes, open up your heart. Let's enjoy this win. We're 2-2. Now, whenever I say enjoy it, let's enjoy every aspect of this. One thing that we had to acknowledge, Grady Jarrett, baby Grady Jarrett. 4 games, 4 sacks. Can't beat that. You know, Coach Jack Spade from One Time for the Fan, he asked us the other day, he says, hey, Coach, do you think Grady Jarrett could get 10 sacks this season? I mean, right now, he's 40% there. 4 games, 4 sacks. Can't beat that, Bo. You legitimately can't beat that. RJ in here, he said, let's go. Definitely, man. Coach Keyline's in here, man. Man, shouts out to Coach Keyline. Met him at the game. Had a great conversation. Shouts out to everybody that I met at the game today, man. We met a lot of the coaching staff, and, man, we chopped it up and had a great time today. Not only just getting this win, but also just enjoying, you know, the camaraderie with other Falcons fans and enjoy some camaraderie with some Bucks fans. I mean, Bucks. think about next week already. With some Browns fans as well. So we definitely enjoyed it. My homeboy ATLGA Faithful's in here. Speaking of one time for the fan, old Bodie Bo's in here. What's going on, Bodie, man? Much love to you. But yeah, let's just enjoy this. Let's just kind of soak it up. Let's look at all the positive aspects that we had from this game. So one thing, Grady Jarrett is doing Grady Jarrett-like things. That's why we gave him the contract, because he makes the plays when we need to make them, right? We needed a sack, we got a sack. Simple and plain. Needed a sack, we got a sack. My homeboy, Glow, feel the glow, man. D. Alford. He got burnt earlier in the game. He messed up a little bit, but good players rebound and continue to make plays throughout the game. And that's what he did. The young Thundercat came in there, did what he needed to do. What's going on, Coach Tyler? Coach Low Small Fish is in here. What's going on? Coach Trey Parrish, much love to you, Bo. Make sure you taking care of my guy kids. But yeah, look, it's one of those situations, man. It's one of those situations where this was a good win. Another positive thing that we need to take from this game. I came in, I said, hey, guys, there are 3 different ways that we're going to be able to win this game. I said, either one, we get off the field on third downs. To a certain extent, that did not get accomplished, in the first 3 quarters. As a matter of fact, we stopped them on third downs. I believe they converted 3 fourth down plays. So they were killing us in time of possession all throughout the game until let's be honest, we took the ball out of Marcus Mariota's hands and we just ran the ball down their throats. So we said that was going to be a huge factor. Number 2, we said, hey, we could get turnovers. We could get turnovers and get the ball ourselves and score. Make sure we score in the red zone. That would do it. Now, we won the turnover battle 2-1, and we can say that we accomplished that to a certain extent, right? Then the third option that we had was, hey, we need to make sure that we get out ahead on. And we got out ahead, but the thing is that they actually got back in the game. So once we went up 10-0, they came back into the game, tied it up right before halftime. So now it's like, okay, we got to get back on it. So we didn't do that. So moving forward, wait a minute. Willie Dot says, Caleb Huntley, my goodness, good googly moogly. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman tat, man. Boy, that boy Caleb Huntley, boy, that young Thundercat, he was running that ball like it wasn't nobody business, Bo. What's going on, Coach Padre? Much love to you, Bo. So to a certain extent, all 3 of those options, we can say that we kind of accomplished them. But you know what, guys? As the lead coach, as the head coach, there was a 4th option that I did not mention that would help us win the game. And that's my apologies. I failed you as the head coach. And what that 4th option was could we out-Brown the Browns? And that's what we did. That's exactly
what does that mean, out-Brown the Browns?
What does it mean? So the Browns were the number 1 rushing team in the NFL when we came into the game. We said, hey, is it one of those situations where we knew we had to stop them, but we know that we could also run the ball too? So moving forward, it's one of those cases. We did what the Browns do.
Let's go.
Oh, I can't see the light. I can't see the lights in the way.
Oh, let me move.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're watching Tampa Bay get whooped up on by Kansas City too. Okay, yeah, I can see. Yeah, thank you, baby. So, but yeah. So what that means, Coach Roney, is that it's one of those cases where we came in and we played physical football, more physical than the Browns played, and moving forward, especially in that 4th quarter, we just ran the ball down their throats. There was a series where there was a space in time we ran 13 or 14 straight run plays after Marcus Mariota threw an interception. We ran the ball down their throats. So
you had to throw that in there.
Yes. It was one of those situations where I'm pretty sure they got cleat marks on their tongue after we ran the ball down their throats. So it's one of those situations. Wait a minute. John Thompson in here says, glad to see Nick Chubb, his family, and them Cedar Town Bulldogs get some shine, but it was all about them Falcons today. 4-0 against the spread. What in the world, Bo? You already know what time it is, man.
I like seeing that too. You saw the whole high school.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that wasn't nothing but love right there, man. Shouts out to Nick Chubb, Bulldog. We ain't got nothing but love for you, man. And you know, look, since that Superman chat's over $9.99, you already know how we got to do it. So we got to hit that. Jamal Williams. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, folks. Thank you so much, Coach John Thompson. But yeah. So the fourth option that you know, unfortunately, the old coach didn't even mention is out Browning the Browns, and that's definitely what we did. What's going on, Traveling Charlie? Much love to you. Raymond Elder says 14 straight runs, plays. That's on Arthur Smith's offense. Yes. 14 straight run plays. You cannot beat that. Coach Trey said, Bucks going out bad right now. I see it's 37-17. Man, boy, it's a hard time down there in Tampa. They're gonna be wandering aimlessly around the bay. They're gonna be floating aimlessly around the bay. Damon Simmons, he said Tyler Algier was leading the team with rushing yards. What in the world? But man, look, this was a complete team win, right? This was a complete team win. I was sitting and I was telling, because you know, me and my section over there, we're right beside the Dirty Birds nest. So I was sitting there and I was telling everybody, I said, hey, y'all, by around the second quarter, I was like, hey, y'all, this ain't looking good for us because they're keeping our defense on the field for a very, very long time. And come fourth quarter, and we gonna be gassed. It's gonna be like you don't see them big boys sucking wind through a straw. But moving forward, it's like they came out and they still played the kind of game that they needed to play. But we have to attribute it to we stuck to the running game. And I'm going to tell you something. This is one of those cases. Y'all know I called it straight down the middle. I got to give Arthur Smith his flowers for the way that he called this game. Now, we're going to talk about the quarterback situation a little bit later, you know, with the whole Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder thing. But as far as what he did and to have faith in his run game, I'm going to tell you something. You got to give him his flowers because some coaches, they say, hey, this isn't, you know, this is working, but let me throw an extra wrinkle in there. Let's go play action and try to outsmart him. Nah, he just went ahead and kept doing what he was doing. And I mean, I give him full credit for it. Now, I do want to ask y'all, and you know, I know that hindsight is 20/20, but look, do y'all think it's one of those cases where Coach Smith made the right decision by continuing to run the ball? You know, whenever we went on that 14-play stretch where you just ran the ball 14 straight times, if you feel like it was the right decision, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like he could have changed it up, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what you think. Coach Padre says, what's good, Coach? And coaching staff, real quick, has anyone done a wellness check in the Bayou? Gumbo just sour right about now.
First of all, don't be insulting Gumbo. How dare you?
Oh, man, it's ironic that you mentioned Gumbo, Coach Padre, because the old coach, I've been looking at YouTube videos for the last week trying to perfect the perfect gumbo recipe. So it's ironic. But, yeah, we went and checked up on Big Q and the family.
Yeah, we watched the game this morning.
Man.
Listen to them. It was rough. Man,
it was.
Jerry Porter can tell you now.
Yeah. Coach Jerry, he can tell you. You know, if Molly Mom come in here, he'll tell you as well. It was, and they're going through some hard times down there. So keep the Bayou brothers in your prayers. Appreciate that, Padre. That's that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Now, let me see here. I think we also got another one too. Philip Stevens, he also says, whoever them no-name running backs are. We got them for cheap now, so it's time to pay to pay them and get them boys. Well, I mean, you're definitely right, and I definitely feel like it's one of those cases where they might be trying to keep these guys long term, and looks like everybody agreed that it was the right decision to go ahead and to go ahead and keep running that ball. Coach Brandon Levy's in here. What's going on, Coach B? Yeah, it's a lot of ones. It's a lot of ones. And y'all know, like I said, the coach. I'm going to be completely transparent. ATL Skate Man, a little Black Falcon, Damon Simmons, Willie Dodd. They all said one. It was the right decision to continue to run the ball. Coach, let's get it. Says, do you see the emotion on Arthur Smith's face when he sealed the deal, coaches? It fired me up. I didn't get a chance to see it because my section, we were going crazy over there. So I couldn't see what coach was doing. I just seen a whole bunch of people running to the field whenever he caught that interception. So look, I couldn't see exactly what was going on, but I'm sure Coach Arthur Smith was fired up, especially the way that we won that game. Coach Brandon, Coach Padre, everybody else, Coach Trey, everybody says that they think it was the right decision to keep running that thing. Coach Wallace, Tay-Bro, Dredd, Lee Rawls, they all agree. And we say this all the time, hindsight's 2020. But doggone, Bo, it's it was a thing of beauty. We ain't seen this kind of win. I mean, if you think about it, since 2008, if we're completely honest, it's been a good 14, 15 years since we came out. A lot, I ain't gonna say locked the other team down on defense because Nick Chubb still got his man today. But it's been a minute since we stuck to the run game, played defense, and won the game. So I'm definitely proud about it. JJ the Great says, "What a win, coach! Run game was great, and defense got big stops." Media pundits were saying that we're only going to win 4 games. We already have. Hello, we already have 2. Okay, let me read that one more time because the hello got to be right. He said the media pundits were saying that we only going to win 4 games. We already have 2. Hello, you already know what time it is, bro. You want to read it, Coach Roddy? I'll let you read it.
I just read the last part. He said, media pundits were saying we were only going to win 4 games. We already have 2. Hello.
There it is. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, bro. Oh, man. Coach Ghost Pepper said, look, man, 1, we outrushed the Browns' vaunted rush attack and held them to a respectable number on the ground. Yes. For this no-name defensive line, that everybody thought wasn't going to be that good, we held them to a respectable number. I'm not even mad at that, Bo. I'm not even mad at that. We know, and I told y'all before the game started, I said, look, Bo, it's going to be one of those cases, by the time you come out of this game, you're going to be tasting your own blood, right? You're going to be tasting your own blood. It's going to be blood flying everywhere, like House of the Dragon. That's why I had to come on the 10. I had to watch House of the Dragon. I just want to be completely honest with you. I'm transparent. I had to watch House of the Dragon.
He watched House of the Dragon 9 sharp Sundays.
But yeah, so it's one of those situations. We knew it was going to be a battle. Cliff Jackson in here from Facebook. Y'all make sure that y'all check us out. Look, guys, we're on Facebook too. So if you're trying to keep up with your old classmates, your old high school crush that you took to homecoming, you want to see how her and your high school nemesis are doing nowadays. While you're doing that, make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Big Low Kuntry Sports. Definitely. Now, Coach Keeline says, it was good to meet you today, Coach. Can we all agree that this win was extra sweet, given how the Browns and the fake number 4 screwed us over? You know what? The crazy thing is, I never thought about Deshaun Watson throughout the game. I never thought about him throughout the game. Oh, okay. I never even thought about that. But, that is true. And another reason, I want to be completely honest with y'all, another reason why this one was extra sweet to me is because the Browns had extra time.
Yeah.
The Browns, I said that it was going to put us behind the 8 ball a little bit. The Browns had extra time to prepare for this game. They had 3 extra days. Now, granted, they had to travel here, but look, everybody has airplanes. So I don't know how long the flight was, maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, or whatever. Probably 2 or 3, right? But the fact of the matter is they had 3 extra days to prepare for the game. But we handled it accordingly. And look, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Oh, Sterling said the Braves won. Okay. That's right, man. Keep chopping. You already know. Keep chopping. NL East gonna be ours. J Mom said, what was the question? So I said, do you feel like it was the right decision to keep running the ball during that 14 stretch where we just continue to just turn around, hand the ball off? Because I'm going to tell you something. Somebody mentioned this earlier in the chat. Caleb Huntley changed the whole complexion of the game for us. Whenever he came in, he ran the ball differently. You didn't see 84 came back out there one time. Caleb Huntley came out. He changed the whole flow of the game. He was running that ball differently from everybody else. Coach Dredd says, put your goldfish in it, Coach. Goldfish gumbo. Sounds like a win. Hello. What? No, Coach. Y'all know good or well, that's a good size bass. I don't know why y'all hate. Coach Water says, Coach Big Low, once again, your boy's wrong. And because they said that we was going to be last in the division. Look, I told you. I said, look, man, I think we're going to be second. I said, Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. That's what I said. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. They looked at me like I had 2 heads. I think
you said Saints.
Oh, I said Saints.
Falcons.
Okay, but I had a second.
Panthers, because you said you don't think the Bucks are as good as people.
Oh, okay. I think I did. Yeah, I said. So I said the Saints, Falcons, Bucks, Panthers. That's what I said. Okay, yeah. But either way, I still have it. I still had it that the Falcons would finish second. But we finna be tied for first, bro. What the world?
Who's hurt?
Oh man, Chris Godwin hurt.
Oh, he was really hurt. Well, he's on the sideline.
Yeah.
That was a replay.
Man, poor fella boy, he just can't stay healthy. Swag ATL's in here. He said, yeah, it was the right decision. Be tucking. J Mall, he says Mariota's not that guy, Coach. Come on, Paul. See, you get ahead of your skis. He said Mariota isn't that guy. You get ahead of your skis. Charles 404 says the whole division lost besides us. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Brandon Levy says he's not that guy, Bo. He's not that guy. Jermaine Simmons says, I got to take back those things that I said about Archie Smith not being the right coach. Now, look, the thing is that Archie Smith made bad decisions. That's the beautiful thing about this channel, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you, if Archie Smith made a bad decision, per my opinion, I'm pretty sure Archie Smith, him being, a man and a coach, a fellow coach, he would say, hey, man, you know what? I respect that, coach, because that's the kind of guy Archie Smith is. And if Archie Smith makes good decisions, I'll be right there applauding him. If Archie Smith and the Atlanta Falcons don't know if they don't know that I support them, then they need to check my account because see, I thought we paid monthly, but Coach Roney said the check come out every October or whenever it come out. So yeah, they get their money from us.
You just show up at the game.
I just show up. I just show up and show out. Let's get it. Says Coach. All we got to give AJ his flowers today. He completely shut Amari Cooper down. 1 catch for 9 yards. Yes, that's another. We was talking about all of the good. We got to acknowledge Amari Cooper showed up and showed out. He's been having a tough start to the season. But look,
Amari Cooper showed up, or AJ?
I'm sorry, AJ Terrell. AJ Terrell showed up and showed out. He had a tough start to the season. But look, man, today he did what he needed to do against Amari Cooper. He did what he needed to do. Tim, he said, salute Coach and Bird Gang. You already know. Look, if you're excited and glad that the Falcons got this win today, make sure You just need a way to express it. And you don't want to get in trouble for running around your house naked. Make sure that you hit that like button. That's the best way to do it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. John Thompson, he says, Surviving Mariota documentary coming soon. Wow.
Are you gonna sit down for one of those interviews?
You'll see me. I'm gonna sit down and be like, are we ready? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Thank you so much, Coach, for supporting us, man. Yeah, so me and Coach Terror Artist 404, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. Shouts out to my homeboy Big Mafia, man. Much love to my homeboy Mike. He actually hit me up on Instagram, man. Much love to you both. So me and Coach Terror Artist 404, we were talking about this the other day, guys. Well, we were talking about this tonight, my bad. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong. It feels like we're winning games despite of Marcus Mariota. In spite of Marcus Mariota instead of because of Marcus Mariota.
But see, the lines are getting blurry because we're winning. People are saying, well, Marcus Mariota is helping you win.
Well, what about games we lost?
Right. That we could have won. If not for Marcus Mariota.
I mean,
ask the chat. You gotta ask the chat.
Okay. So I want to ask y'all. Because I mean, let's be honest. Marcus, he didn't have a great game today. 9 for 21, 130 yards. Once again, he had another turnover. Check this out. Check out this stat, guys, to show you the luck that the Atlanta Falcons have with quarterbacks. The number one guy in the league who's had the most turnovers, Matt Ryan, with 8 turnovers so far this season through 4 games. Number one guy. Number 2 guy, Marcus Mariota. Yes.
Marcus Mariota is number 2?
Marcus Mariota is number 2.
What?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe. I watched the Jacksonville game. He had like 4 turnovers.
Well, he mustn't have that many before.
Jeez.
And maybe that was before this game. Whenever I seen that stat, maybe it might have been before this week finished processing.
But they all had turnovers today, so
yeah, I mean,
recalibrate.
Yeah, so it might still be the same. But I want to ask y'all. Okay, so do you feel like we're winning games in spite of Marcus Mariota? So basically, we're winning games, and sometimes it feels like he might be working against us. If you feel like that's the case, put a 1 in the chat. Or do you feel like we're winning games because of Marcus Mariota? If you feel like that's the case, put a 2 in the chat. Because I legitimately want to know what y'all think. Because it's like I said in my post game. I guess, I say it's my reaction from the Benz, but I guess it's the coach's post game press conference. I feel like it's one of those cases where if we play against these better teams, we won't be as fortunate. We won't be as fortunate. Like, you got Tampa Bay next week. And I was seriously thinking about this. We were talking about this in the stands. We said maybe Coach isn't wanting to show Tampa Bay what we got in store for him. Maybe he's just trying to keep some things with Mariota. Yeah, maybe it's one of those situations where, hey, we got something for you, but we don't want you to see it. You see what I'm saying? Because we know we're going to have to put up points against them. Now, everybody talks about how they have a good rushing defense, but we play against other teams who had good rushing defense, and we ran all over them. So we do know that one of these days your luck's going to run out. You're not going to be able to do that against everybody. All right, this is the NFL, but I want to know what everybody else is thinking, because once you play against one of those top tier teams, you're not going to be able to win the game throwing 139 yards. You're not going to be able to do it. JJ said Mariota sucks. he doesn't suck. Mario's still a professional quarterback now. Like, let's not get it wrong. He's still a pro. Ghost Pepper says, Coach Low, facts. Kojak says, got that creek water, coach, and we're winning. Period. So you already know. Hello. A.T. Elliott says, play him till the losses again, or till he loses again. Okay, I understand that. Trinity Clark, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, Trinity? Trinity said, what about, we ain't missed nothing. We just been in here celebrating. We've been talking about the good. We've been talking about the good. So Coach Wallace, he says, yes, Mariota, he's had 7 or 8 turnovers, Coach Ronnie. So yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. The thing is that if he wouldn't have, and it's kind of like what 90s Babies tribute band, who, and I still stand by what I said. I feel like I could give a better tribute. But anyway, I do the whole Donnell Jones Where I Want to Be album. That's neither here nor there. But he said, look, stats don't win games, Bo. But one thing that you have to remember is that whenever you do make mistakes, whenever you do make the mistakes, and the mistake that you do make, when and where it happens, win or lose games. How many times has Marcus Mariota fumbled or came close to fumbling, just didn't make the play that he needed to make in the red zone? One of the reasons why we're not, I know that we're top 10, and I don't know if we're still top 10 after today's game, but I know through 3 games we were top 10 in the NFL. We could have easily been top 5 if Marcus Mariota could have made the throws that he needed to make in the red zone. He's not reading the defenses properly. He's reading them too late. And then I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I feel like the reason why he's making so many mistakes is mental. He's trying so hard not to make a mistake, because I've never seen somebody fumble snaps this much. Like, I don't know if he has bacon grease on his hands or what. Like, what'd you say? Oh yeah, I'm getting to it. Yeah. So Coach ATLGA Faithful, he says yes. He says 1. It's in spite of Marcus Mariota. J Mall, Mr. TR, Coach Ghost Peppers. They all agree that they feel like, look, it's in spite of Marcus Mariota. You know, games we could have won, we didn't because of the untimely turnovers. Desmond Washington says Marcus Mariota will eventually cost us games, and I'm hoping that that's not the case. It's inevitable. I'm hoping that that's not the case. Brandon Levy, he put 11 ones in here. I'm surprised he didn't put any scissors, because that's his calling card. Okay, he did her. Okay. Look, I know the coaches. I know my coaches. They. Oh man, Coach Drew, he feels like, look, it's because of Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota has contributed to the team just like everybody else, and somebody had to be able to snap the ball and make the throws and do the handoffs, and it was Marcus Mariota. But Coach Tyler Russell, JJ the Great, Desmond Washington, Trinity Clark, Coach Terry Artist 404, Kelly Malcolm, they all think that it's in spite of Mariota. Robert Wolf said he didn't fumble today, but he almost did. and that's starting to become a regular thing. It's starting to become, everybody said, well, look, coach, the snap was high. You get paid millions of dollars to field the snap. Yeah. You know, how often do we watch games where quarterbacks have to leave their feet to take a snap? Like, they told him what to do. Lando Harris, he said, look, man, it's in spite of Marcus Mariota. Now, Ray McCleary, he says Walker can only cover. You know what? We're actually going to talk about that. But DA, Joven, Coach Ronan, she said it's in spite of Mariota. Mafia, Lynn T. Man, everybody's against Marcus. Man. Lynn T said we dominate the line of scrimmage and be tugging. So I mean, yeah, I mean it looks like pretty much almost everybody except for a couple of people.
One more time. He said 2, regardless of what we're winning with him.
Yes.
We got a 1.5 from A Love.
Okay, 1.5. I can take that. I can take that.
I think that's kind of it.
Reggie Young, man. Reggie said he over there in the Dirty Bird nest, man. You should have came over there and holler at me. Yes, it was hot as an air fryer. Sitting in the sun. It was hot as an air fryer. But
D Flow, he said 2. He hasn't been a starter for a while. He's still a little rusty.
But the thing is, though, Coach, it's like, okay, so I understand he's rusty. We've been through training camp. We've been through mini camp. We've been through the preseason where he played 2 games, and now we're in game 4. It's like
WD-40 ain't gonna fix that.
The WD-40 and motor oil ain't gonna fix this, bro. It's rusted out. You know. You know. You remember how your grandma would be like, "See, you need to go wash. Your neck look rusty. Yeah, ain't no soap gonna fix that, bro."
Arm need to go wash.
Coach Wallace, he said it was it's kind of 1 and 2, but it wasn't his day to day, and I agree with you. But the thing is, though, Coach Wallace and everybody in the chat, one thing that we have to remember is that if you look at Marcus Mariota's numbers consistently, look at the last game against Seattle. Marcus Mariota came out, he threw for like 180 yards first half. You know, most of his yards came in the first 2 drives. And we know, and you know, this is one thing that I communicated to y'all, is that a lot of times the first, I believe, 16 plays, depending on who the coaching staff is, those first few plays are scripted. So those are the plays you've been practicing. You go through that whole script all throughout the week, starting on Wednesday. Now the thing is that after those first 2 drives, when Marcus Mariota got a bulk of those yards and he got 180 yards, you know, he threw for like 40 or 50 more passing yards later on in the second quarter. But after that, he ended the game with like 220 passing yards. So he finished the game with like 40 passing yards. So it's like he'll start off hot, like he kind of started off hot today. It's like, but after a while, he burns out, he fades out. So go ahead, Coach Ray.
Can you call him like a game manager?
Yes.
The fact that he does, but the fact he doesn't secure the ball, like, isn't a mark of a game manager is that they'll
you gotta protect the ball.
You can rely on them and they protect the ball. They don't make any risky plays.
Exactly.
So is he a game? What would you call him then?
I mean, it's like he's playing the role of a game manager for us, but he's just kind of shaky. he's a shaky game manager. And the thing is that I love Marcus Mariota because let's be completely honest, guys. Marcus Mariota made some plays today. Like he made some plays. I know everybody remember we thought he was sacked. He spun out of it, rolled to his right, found Olamide Zaccheaus wide open. Zaccheaus got a 40-yard play. Matt Ryan wouldn't have been able to do that. Matt Ryan just he still would have been laying on turf right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not that I don't like Marcus Mariota. I love what he brings to the table. But it's kind of like what my homeboy Let's Get It GA said whenever he called me last week. He said, "Hey, Coach, I mean, we just need to call a spade and an elephant an elephant. Marcus Mariota is turnover prone." I was like, man, I mean, I hate to say it, Bo, but you might be right. Coach Let's Get It says, coaches, we will have over $100 million in cap space after the season because Matt Ryan's contract comes off the books. Now, Lamar didn't get a new deal, and be more. Don't be surprised if we land him. Man, Lamar Jackson, the possibility of him coming to Atlanta.
Wow.
Man, playing for the team that his idol Michael Vick played for, and this offense that's especially suited for a mobile quarterback, playing with a tight end with the talents of a Kyle Pitts, because we seen what he was able to do with the Andrews. We seen how dominant him and Andrews are. Andrews, he's one of the top tight ends in the league right now. But I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Pitts is more talented than Andrews. Lamar Jackson and Andrews just have a connection. And I mean, let's just be honest, guys, right now, Kyle Pitts, he just doesn't have the opportunities.
No.
During that whole series, whenever we ran the ball 14 or 13 straight times, Kyle Pitts was off the field for half of them. I mean, I don't know if that was Arthur Smith's way of saying, hey, we're not going to throw the ball, we're just going to run it, try to stop it, or what. But it's just one of those things. What's going on, Coach Keith? Much love to you, Coach. Hope you're doing good, man.
Oh, hello, Keith.
How did George Pickens do today,
Hello,
Coach?
Keith and Noah. How are you guys doing? You fantasy football masters here.
D-Lo says too, he ain't been a starter for a while. He's still rusty, and that's what we were referring to. The question is, when does the rust come off, bro? When does the rust come off? Coach Bridget says when Matt was here, folks was talking about he padding stats and he was losing, but now folks complaining about Marcus Mariota stats, but they're winning as a team. Make it make sense. and you're completely right. That is a completely fair point. And and like I said, once again, I'm loving what Marcus Mariota is doing. And
for anybody that complains about Matt Ryan just padding stats, then they can't complain about Mariota.
Exactly. For people who complained about Matt Ryan padding stats, they can't complain about Mariota because, I felt like the things that Matt Ryan brought to the table, I appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some of the things that Marcus Mariota is doing or is not able to do, he could do better. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with calling that out as a fan. If I say, hey, you messing up in some situations, you could definitely do that. Kelly Malcolm says, Big Low Kuntry, I love your show and I love my Falcons. You have an amazing channel, Big Low Kuntry. You're definitely must-see TV. What, man? I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Well, look, it's not me. It's the whole coaching staff. The whole coaching staff is the reason why the channel's so well, so doing so good. 10 Stormy Day says, tell Marcus the ground is not the teammate. It's not his teammate. What the word? I guess saying that it's one of those cases where putting the ball on the ground or throwing the ball to the ground is not his teammate. Hey, look, man. But I'm going to tell you something, though, man. Like I said, I definitely appreciate everybody who comments. But look, Coach Malcolm, the whole coaching staff, and I'm going to tell you something. Owner, GM, Coach Roney, she got the title because she legitimately run everything. Owner, GM, Coach Roney, look, I just show up and be pretty. Owner, GM, Coach Roney do everything else. So that's what I mean when I be like, look, it's the whole coaching staff. Not just me, not owner, GM, Coach Roney, but the whole coaching staff is on top of everything, man. They make sure that they bring out points that, I might miss or I might not actually acknowledge. Coach James, he says, I agree with you, Coach, on everything you said about Marcus Mariota. I'm sorry, but I don't think he'll cost us eventually. Can't expect the defense to always bail us out. And you're right. You're right. It's one of those cases where if we could connect on some of those passes, go ahead and do what we need to do and get the passing game involved, that's whenever we take that next step. Coach, let's get it says, who that? Who that missing now? Molly Mall. Where's Molly Mall? Where in the world is Coach Molly Mall? Coach Roney ran them off.
Molly Mall.
Where in the world is Molly Mall Keller?
You gotta get deep. You gotta get
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is it? The oh my god. No, the quartet. Like the bass guy really takes over on that part.
Oh, okay. So how do you do it? Where in the world is Molly Markella?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There it is. Oh man, Coach, let's get it. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, Coach. Much love to you. Oh man. Mobby says Mariota's deep ball is horrible. I wouldn't say that it's horrible. The thing is about Marcus Mariota is he just got to get the timing down. He overthrows him on the deep ball. But think about it. If he waits a half second longer before he lets the ball go, he's hitting on a lot of those. It's not that he can't throw the deep ball. He's just overthrowing them a little bit. And that just comes with timing. It's not that he's completely inaccurate or anything like that. He just has to get the timing down with his wide receivers because every receiver, you got to get the timing down with each and every one of them because everybody's different. Some people, they hit their top speed 20 yards down the field. Some hit their top speed 15 yards down the field. Some 20. So you kind of just got to feel it out, man. You got to feel it out. They laughing at let's get it, GA. I mean, look, man. It's one of those cases where, look, the Saints fans, like I said, we was in Big Q's chat. We were just listening to it while we were going to the stadium. Man, boy, Saints fans, boy, they wander aimlessly around the bayou for real. Coach Keelan says he a game assistant manager. Oh, he a game assistant manager. Wow, Coach. Wow. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. He a game assistant manager, boy. Look, y'all know at the end of the day, like we talk about, Padre said, hello. At the end of the day, it's like we joking everything, but we fully support Marcus Mariota, and we see the positive that he does. Now, another thing that I seen positive in today's game, was Caleb Huntley and Tyler Algier. Those two young Thundercats. Those boys are running the ball. They'll run the ball like normal people. They'll run the ball like this right here, making moves. They won't run the ball like Mike Davis. You thought I was going to do the Mike Davis. I ain't finna do it now. But they won't run the ball like Mike Davis. Cliff Jackson said, hey, man, I just realized you was on YouTube. Yeah, we all here, Bo. We all here. But yeah, man. Yeah. Look, I love the way they're running the ball. They're finding open lanes. They're bouncing the ball outside whenever they need to. They're squeezing the line and then bouncing out, or they're in and then, or they're bouncing out and then they squeezing it back in. Perfect inside zone run blocking scheme, and I'm loving it. The offensive line, they're moving people. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Jerry Ford Jr. Gary Lee, he said he's sick to his stomach. He's not feeling well.
What in the world, Jerry?
Falcons fans are being mean to him.
No, Jerry, we ain't being mean to you. Don't be like that, Jerry. Go take you some pep, though. Lay down. Tomorrow's gonna be a better day. Man, poor Saints, man. They going through a tough time. But the thing is, every team goes through it. Yeah. Everybody goes through it. Sean Payton's not there anymore, and it's one of those situations. Drew Brees, look, it's kind of like what I said. We used to tell him every year, Coach Ronan. Whenever that star player was a senior last year, leave, like, look, they ain't coming through that door. They ain't coming through that door no time soon. Somebody gonna have to make a play. I mean, for a minute, it looked like the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, was gonna be that guy. you know, but he turned into the red pea shooter, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, Des Washington said, I think today a star was born in Caleb Huntley. Look, we knew what Huntley was going. We knew what Huntley was about. We already knew. We seen what he could do in the preseason. He was running like a madman, and he was just having fun with it. Sheba Wilson said 100. You already know. You already know, Sheba. Coach Water says, Coach Lowe, tell Coach Roney that I went and picked up Pickens today. Oh, so look, Coach Roney, somebody else on the Pickens train. Man. Marvin says, Coach, they weren't running the ball like Steven Jackson and Ty Gurley. No, they weren't running. Ty Gurley. Oh.
Oh my God. You can't.
I can't do that.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
Pick them off.
Uh-oh. They just picked Patrick Mahomes' jaws off. Uh-oh. Shut them down. Shut them down. But yeah, man. Ray said Ty Gurley, he was a dog. Look, it's one of those situations. The scheme didn't really fit Ty Gurley, and Ty Gurley, he wasn't Ty Gurley anymore. Los Angeles Rams let him go for a reason. They let him go for a reason. T-Mac says, after the 10 play all runs, I wouldn't have thrown it either. O-line feast today. Off topic, I put Chubb.
What? Chubb or Prime Gurley?
Okay. Asking.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb or Prime Ty Gurley? Man. Well, first of all, let me get the Superman chat out of the way, T-Man. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat, man. So Nick Chubb or Prime Ty Gurley? I gotta go Ty Gurley. Prime Ty Gurley. Because Ty Gurley, he get you 10 catches. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing. Like, Prime Ty Gurley in his prime? Look, and y'all let me know in the chat, who would you take in their prime? Well, who would you take? Today's Nick Chubb or Prime Ty Gurley? If you would take Nick Chubb, put a 1 in the chat. If you would take Prime Ty Gurley, put a 2 in the chat. Either way, they both dogs. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Cliff said double dang. The double dang. Coach Bridges, he says, when Huntley came in the game and started running, commentators was like, where did he come from? Where has he been? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Maybe it's one of those situations where maybe that's something that Arthur Smith was planning. Because either one, Arthur Smith was planning it, or two, Arthur Smith was like, we need to be able to do something. Let's just try this and see if it works. Throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. You know? And I mean, either way, because I was thinking, I was like, well, you know what? This might be a pretty good idea, because so you're bringing this young Thundercat in the third quarter. He has this very physical running style, very deliberate running style. So it's one of those cases where if you bring him in, man, he might wear down this defense. And that's what he did. He wore him down. And when you gave him breaks, Tyler Algier, he has the same type of running style. He wore him down. And look, man, we ended up out Browning the Browns. You know, the same thing we were worried about, that's what we turned around and did to them. And you Glotskill says Michael Turner would have been proud. Ghost Pepper says Andy, the red water pistol, Dalton. Oh man. What you say, babe? Okay. Dredd says, I see the views going up. Thanks, coach and staff, for the support of great Falcons content. Salute and keep those likes coming. Definitely, definitely. I appreciate that, Dred. And y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button for us. We definitely appreciate it. If you're glad the Falcons got this win, or you love the way that the Falcons got the win, make sure that you hit that like button. Definitely. Also, share the channel. Sharing is caring. Share the channel with your friends and family. So what was the options, Coach Ron? I said one for Nick Chubb or one for Tiger. I think I said one for Nick Chubb. That's what we're gonna go with.
I think one was Gurley.
Oh, one was Gurley.
Uh-oh.
Y'all let me know. Let me know in the chat. Was one for Chubb or was one for Gurley? I'm trying to scroll down and see. Ain't nobody.
Nobody put the name with it, so I don't know. Tyler Russell, come on.
Saquon. All right, Tyler. All
one
right.
was Chubb, two was Gurley.
Okay. Appreciate that, JJ. So one was Chubb, two was Gurley. Okay.
Wait. Then Taker said one was Gurley too. No, wait. Dre said one was for Chubb. Desmond said one was for Chubb.
Okay. One was Chubb. Okay. I thought it was.
Okay. Philip Stevens, one was for Chubb.
Okay. To the right came in and said, "Where's Molly Mall?" Because I want to tell him again that his ain'ts aren't nothing. Man, poor Molly Ball, boy. Y'all. All right, so Desmond said he got to go with Chubb. Coach Padre says he's going with Ty Gurley. Ray said it's just the hardest decision ever. Clay says he's going Chubb. Dred said he's going to Gurley. Boomer and Mafi, they said that they're going with Chubb. They're going with the chubby. JJ the Great, CM Garrett, they're going with Ty Gurley. Zantigan and Coach Bridget, they're going with Chubb. Okay. Coach Dre said he's going with Chubb and T-Mac, Mactown Dirty. They said they're all going with Chubb. Trinity says, man, I wish we could have drafted Chubb or have Kareem Hunt. You could just tell between great running backs and above average running backs. Oh, what in the world, Coach Roddy?
No, thank you.
It's a family show, Coach Roddy.
It's abuse in Cleveland.
Matt Child says Chubb. Terry Artist 404 says Gurley. John Thompson, Trinity Clark. They all said they were. It's actually more people for Chubb than I realized. I mean, Ty Gurley was like the face of the league one time, right? Fall Star Falcons is too easy. Okay. CT, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? Hope you're doing good, family. Randy Bowman is in here. He says, what in the world, Bo, and rise up? Yes, sir. We are definitely rising. Coach Waller says, if it's a healthy primetime Gurley, he's that guy. He's him. That's what I was saying. Ty Gurley's that dude. You know? But look, it's one of those situations, man. I think either way, you can't go wrong. Either way. What Keila I say? Let's get it. Says at Bridget, agreed, coach. But you and I both know that recipe is not going to sustain throwing 139 yards, and our star player is not being utilized. That's just facts. I mean, I agree with you. It's like,
can we talk about that?
We can, because I'm sitting here looking at Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Kansas City got 41, Tampa Bay got 31. To a certain extent, Kansas City stopped Tampa Bay. So you're gonna have to throw the ball. Like, this isn't high school. You know how you go to a high school game, they'll throw the ball 3 times the whole game. That was the highlights of the game. You're gonna have to throw the ball, Bo. You know, and you.
What about not using your star players?
I mean, look.
Is he a good quarterback if he can't get our unicorn tight end involved in the game? Or
I'm not gonna say that judges. I'm not gonna say that's the deciding factor on whether or not he's a good quarterback, because honestly, I believe good quarterbacks get the non-stars, the non-unicorns involved in the game.
But also the unicorns, though, right?
That's more on your play caller. That's what I feel like. I feel like if my unicorn, if my star my star tight end or wide receiver, if he's not getting the ball, I feel like, hey, he's bracketed, he's double teamed. I have to say, as a play caller, as a play designer, how can I get my superstar the ball? Y'all seen last week, tight end screen, he almost housed it. He caught it, took it like 35 yards just off a tight end screen. That's what you have to do. Now, the question is, I don't know if it's something that you can do. I don't know if it's something that you could do consistently. I think that's the issue because we know after watching the first half of that game, they got Kyle Pitts the ball to show they could get Kyle Pitts the ball. It was obvious. So moving forward, it was like, okay, we're going back to what we want to do now. I mean, that's cool. It's like that's your prerogative, Bobby Brown. But at the end of the day, whenever you play against these Kansas Cities, these Tampa Bays, you know, this boy out here that eat this avocado ice cream that has Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, Leonard Fournette, you're gonna have to throw the ball. And you don't gotta throw it much, you know, because if you could consistently run the ball like you've been doing, keeping them off the field, that'll help keep the score down, but you're gonna have to throw the ball, you know. But yeah, as far as your point about actually getting the ball to that guy, that's more on your play caller. You highlighted this one, Coach Ron. Keelan says Molly Marl on standby at Heathrow Airport in London. The Saints fans asking where the Spirit terminal is. Y'all ain't right, boy. Y'all ain't right. Poor volleyball, boy. Volleyball just sitting sad and naked around his house, just sitting just naked, eating a bowl of cornflakes on the ottoman. Like volleyball, what you on the ottoman? Man. Coach Wallace, he says, but we have to realize that Arthur Smith is coming with a different game plan every week, depending on the team we're playing. And yeah, I definitely acknowledge that. But one thing that we do have to remember is that the same way we're coaches, one thing that people don't realize is that just as much as you're a coach, is as much as you're a politician. A lot of people don't realize that. It might go over a lot of people's heads. Because Coach Ronan, how often you see me talking to the kids' parents? No. You talk to kids' parents all the time.
You talking about after games?
After games?
Practice.
After practice.
None of them after the games, really.
Yeah, I ain't really do all that. Because the thing is, like, most of the time, it's like, we won. Okay, we celebrating. Did you bring the chewy cake? That was but I'm saying it's like after practices. I mean, you remember during the game. You remember what happened during the game? Like, hey, coach, you need to put the second stringers in. Yeah. It's like the same way you're a coach and you have to be strategic and think about how, you know, we're going to win this game or how we're going to be successful and stay organized. You also have to be a politician because certain people want the ball. Some people need the ball more than others. That's just how it is. Superstars need the ball more than regular players. Cut and dry, simple and plain. I'll put it to you like this right here. If Anthony Fersker doesn't get the ball in a game, that's fine. If he doesn't get it, like he's like, okay, well, look.
No Fersker today.
Exactly. Like, hey, I still play the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Kyle Pitts doesn't get the ball in the game, Kyle Pitts is like, oh, man, look, I'm trying to set up. I'm trying to be a good teammate and everything, setting up plays for my teammates. You know, hopefully we win or, you know, great thing that we won. But some guys, they have to be mentally checked into the game, right? Because you got to remember, these guys, they've been that guy their whole career. Pee-wee, middle school, high school, JV, college, they've been that guy. So whenever you come to the NFL and you're asking me not to be that guy, I'm going to mentally check out. That's just how it is. I'm going to mentally check out. So I mean, and that's why to a certain extent, coaches have to be politicians. I hate to go on my rant, guys, but I mean that's just what it is. Oh man. Coach Tony Wright says, hey, Coach Lowe, we beat Cleveland at their own game. When you really look at it. Yeah. And this is what I said, Coach. We out-browned the Browns today. That's exactly what we did. We out-browned the Browns. So it's one of those situations where, we definitely have to acknowledge that. Definitely have to acknowledge that. AT Alien says Georgia sports won. Look, well, hold on now. One team almost blew it. one team, hey, if I'm not mistaken, I think we failed. We ain't number one no more. But it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. It will be all right, man. Look like we're going to go ahead and put these doggone. I'm talking like we're the Chiefs. Look like the Chiefs are going to, holding. Come on, ref. Man, that's something else that we need to talk about, guys. Were the refs cheating us today or what? What's going on with these referees? I was just watching that documentary about Tim Donaghy and the NBA and talking about how he was cheating for games and everything, point shaving. I was like, man, Big Low Conspiracy came into the stadium. He was like, hey, beloved. I was like, what in the world, bro? Like, man, I think that was a fumble, beloved. So yeah, man. Look, I don't know what was going on with these referees, bro. It's like Marcus Mariota, he got pushed when he was out of bounds. They messed around and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, it wasn't no personal foul. Like, what? Come on, bro. And I really couldn't see the whole Drake London call, but it looked like they pulled Drake London's face mask. But he did. Okay. Okay.
I saw that on slow-mo.
Oh, okay. Drake got a handful. Okay. Okay. Matty Ghost says we need better coaching. 2 6-foot giants and speed on the outside. It should be easy to get mismatches next week. Pass rush will be the key versus the Bucs. Yes. Especially in the A gap. Tom Brady, he don't like people in his face. He think he pretty. So we definitely need to get pressure all up in his face. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Thank you so much, brother Matty Ghost. Definitely. Slick said that the refs cheated the Saints though.
Man, they definitely felt that in that room.
Man, boy, Big Q was like, man, hey man, this ain't right. They cheating us, bro. They cheating us. I was like, hey man, look, it's one of those cases where some of those calls, they kind of leave up the chance. Sometimes they just ain't gonna give it to you. Sometimes these referees, they just believe in letting them, letting y'all play. Letting y'all play. Tyler Russell says the refs were horrible today. Oh man, Damian says they wasn't calling nothing. Oh man. Man. Keelan says, coaches, I gotta hit the hay before I be looking like I got narcolepsy at work tomorrow. Y'all be easy, good people. Have a great week. Definitely, man. We definitely will. Yeah. The rest today, they just let them play. John Thompson said Denzel Ward had 3 pass interference. That was they just act like they didn't see it. They didn't see it, man. Let's get it said, man. It was a great weekend for Georgia sports. Dogs won barely. Falcons won. And the Braves won. I also love the Georgia Tech. They pulled off the upset. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody did their thing this weekend. JJ said the TV commentators were clearly rooting for the Browns. Really? You didn't see that, Coach Ronnie?
I was watching Red.
Oh, you were watching Red Zone. Well, they still be they normally have the. Oh, you hear that? Okay. Coach Wilder says, Coach Wilder. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? Mr. CDX for life. He's a checking from Long Island, fresh off the flight from Mercedes Benz. What a game! Oh man, well I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and chilling out with us in the A, Coach.
Last ditch effort.
Appreciate you, Coach. I definitely appreciate you. I'm glad that you had a safe flight home too. Everybody, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Coach Mr. CDX for life in the chat. I think this is my first time seeing you in here, Bo. Matty Go says, excuse me. Matty Go says, Aints are done. Carolina's done too. Falcons, Falcons and Bucks 1 and 2. Okay. Cliff Jackson said that the halftime show was all about the Browns.
It was?
Really?
Wow. What were they saying? What kind of stuff were they
saying? What were they saying, coaches?
Were expecting them to turn it on in the third and fourth and like really beat us?
I don't know. Y'all let me know. Like, what were they saying at halftime? Wow. Matty Ghost, dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man, Coach Tyler said that they're on the plane now, somewhere over Mississippi. Okay. All right, Coach Tyler. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all have a safe flight too. Appreciate you and Coach Christine for chilling out with us. Yes. Shut them down, Tampa Bay. And we're done. It's over. Tampa Bay goes down. Tampa Bay goes down. Everybody lost. It's the trifecta. But the Atlanta Falcons rise up. Man. So for everybody in that NFC South roundtable who the first question, hey, so are y'all tanking or what? Like, what? No, Bo, we coming to compete with you. We should be 3-1 right now, but we ain't even finna talk about that. ATL says, moving on up. That's right. Tony Wright says, hey, Lo, at the end of tonight's game, he says, you can hear KC fans chanting, oh. Oh, man. They doing the chop. Out there in KC. Matt Town Dirty says, hey, Lo, Huntley was like Lionel Richie out there. Hello, it's me you're looking for. He was out there, don't look any further. Hey. Hello, it's me you're looking for. Oh man. Coach Christine says hi, everybody. I'll make sure y'all show Coach Christine some love. She said hi on the plane going back to Phoenix. Her and Coach Tyler Russell. James Ritter says, yes, Big Low. The rest had money on the game. We're going to see it on Netflix 10 years from now. They'll be like, yeah, kind of like that Atlanta Falcons, Cleveland Browns game. We was in the bins. Man, we tried to give it to them, but they just wouldn't take it. Oh, man. Tony Wright said, yeah, we're tired for a show now with Tampa at the bench. Well, no, actually, we're going to be in Raymond James next Sunday. So next Sunday, we're going to Tampa. And then I think we played. That's the very last game. Yeah, we played Tampa the very last game of the season. So, look, if it's the trajectory that we're going under, that game might be huge because, I mean, the Saints are ain'ting right now. And, you know, nobody really takes Carolina seriously.
Oh my God.
I mean,
what? How you gonna say that?
Carolina, they're like the middle child. Like nobody.
First of all, I'm a middle child. But
you're the only girl though, so you know you were spoiled. Oh my God. But you know, Carolina's everybody like, oh, okay, I'm in Carolina. But the Falcons, them Saints, and who y'all got this week? Oh, we got Carolina. Oh. Like, oh man, I thought you were gonna have the Saints or Tampa Bay. Like, nah, we got Carolina. Oh man, number 97. So I want to ask y'all, who gets your game ball this week? If you're in the locker room, you're giving, because once again, we're a coaching staff, right? You're giving your passionate coaching speech. Who gets your game ball this week? That's the question. That's the big question. Who gets your game ball? Man, Coach Ronald, you ain't right talking about Carolina like that.
Oh, okay.
You ain't right.
Everybody hit rewind. Who's talking about Carolina? I think you only have to go back about 2 minutes and you'll get your answer.
Oh, man. Pelicans Nola says, he says, we're going to be all right, Coach Low. Oh, yeah, man. It's going to be all right. Everybody go through their seasons, bro. Everybody go through their seasons. Key and Jane says, cool. Okay. So who gets your game ball? Swag Team Entertainment says, Caleb Huntley. Pax Paint says, Caleb Huntley. Coach Dre says, can't take Baker Mayfield seriously, beloved. Hello. But you can take the Kitty Cats defense seriously, beloved. Hello. Man. J-Maul says, Grady Jarrett. He said, Grady Jarrett gets the game ball. John Thompson says, Huntley. Slick says, Lorenzo Carter. He was all over the field. Murgod says, the offensive line and the running backs get the game ball this week. Okay. ATLian says the offensive line. Damian says definitely Huntley. Okay. Mafia says Alfred or Huntley. I'm sorry, two, Alfred and Huntley. Tyler Russell says the offensive line. CM Garrett says Huntley. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give my game ball out. Travell Thanks says Coach Stat 100. Coach Padre says D. Alford. Caleb Hunt. I call him Glow. Glow Alford. Mafia says, I mentioned Grady. Okay. Grady gets your game ball. I'm finna go ahead and put mine out there. Stay ready, Teddy. That's a pretty cool name. Clay, I agree with Clay and everybody else. I got to go with the offensive line. Caleb Huntley did come in and provide a huge spark, but this offensive line, they blocked for 4 running backs today. And, I mean, if we just look at the numbers, let's see here. If we just look at the numbers, Tyler Algier, he averaged 8.4. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. Okay. Coach Rhodes. Tyler Algier, he averaged 8.4 yards a carry. Huntley averaged 5.6. Cordero Patterson averaged 4.2. And, Avery Williams, he averaged 21, but he had 1 carry for 21 yards. So, I mean, yeah.
Somebody in the chat, hold on, just made a point. Desmond Washington.
Let's see. Desmond Washington says, I haven't heard a J name.
AJ.
Oh, AJ. He said, I ain't heard AJ name yet. Great performance. A top cornerback in the league. Yeah, he held Amari Cooper to 1 catch for 9 yards. We actually talked about that a little bit earlier. He definitely deserves his flowers. I'm going to call 1-800-flowers.com right now and get them sent to him.
Are you calling or is it .com? A little bit all over the place.
I'm going to call Edible Arrangements .com and get him the edible flowers at Yahoo. .net. Oh, man. But yeah, I definitely agree with you, Desmond. AJ showed up, showed out. But yeah, I got to give it to the O-line. The O-line did what they needed to do today. J True Statement saying, he said, Big Low, I'm late, but I'm here. My game ball, I'm giving it to Arthur Smith and the O-line defense. Okay. I understand that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Coach Mandy's in here. Mandy says Mariota, he can really hand that ball to Huntley. He do it so well. Oh man, Matty Go says, Grady is the only D tackle. We go for the rest. Nante sack failures. Cut him next year when we get the 100 milli in the cap space. Everybody else, let him go. Gotta let him go. You go. You go. Snip, snip. Oh, man. The Stay Ready Teddy says, I would say Arthur Smith and the coordinators, the in-game adjustments to ground and pound changed the game. Yeah, and I was saying that earlier. You know, you got to give Arthur his flowers. He made the right call to just hit him in the mouth. Just hit him in the mouth. Coach Cliff Jackson hit us with the Superman chat. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Thank you so much, Coach Cliff. Much love to you, Coach. Okay. And he also commented, he says, Coach, for calling all of those run plays. Definitely, man. Definitely. Clay Melton says, Bulldozer McGarry. You know, look, a lot of people wrote Caleb McGarry off. But he's in a situation where he could focus on running the ball, and he has a mobile quarterback. He's looking like a more than capable right tackle. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You got to give Coach Arthur Smith his credit for using his personnel the way that they're supposed to be used. Pelicans know you says Falcons win. Now that's a Superman chat. Our Mike said, man, can we stop with the fumbles? We should be winning 4-0. Hey, man. Coulda, shoulda, woulda won a ball game, Bo. And that definitely happened a couple of times. Desmond Washington said, do you think Deion Jones will be back next week? I don't know. I think there's a good possibility he could be back, especially since it's one of those cases where, he played in the preseason and they set him down, for that. They gave him that IR designation. That's a minimum of 4 weeks. So whatever they need to get straightened out, hopefully, it should be straightened out. Now it seemed like it was a minimal kind of situation. So yeah, I definitely hope that he comes back, and I want to see how he's going to be used in this defense. Roger said, I can't lie. I wrote Caleb McGarry off. Might have to sign him with that shining 100 million. Y'all doing. This is what grandma used to tell y'all not to do. You get some money, it burn a hole in your pocket. They already trying to spend it. Kanye West told y'all. Kanye West told y'all. Y'all just like Kanye. You got a problem with spending money before you get it. That's oh man. Clay says Deion Jones and Isaiah Oliver back next week. I hope so. Because I really feel like the defense could take a whole nother step forward, because we see Michael Walker, he's making plays. He can cover. Just imagine adding a Deion Jones into that. The thing is that he's going to have to play the prototypical 3-4 linebacker. He's going to have to fill those holes on those running plays and do whatever he needs to do, because if he can't, it's going to be some tough sledding, bro. It's going to be some tough sledding. You're going to be, look, if you don't hit people before they hit you, it's called the pinball syndrome. You're going to get bounced all over the place. Chosen one in here. Chosen one says, Grady got the sack because Taquan was getting double teamed, and Grady with the one-on-one. That's what we've been needing all the time. Someone else get the double team, not Grady. Yes. And I said this on my last show. A lot of these sacks that Grady's got this season, it's one-on-one situations. And that's what you want, for your best defensive lineman. You want them to be isolated, one-on-one situations. Tony Wright says, Dre Murphy You and I can go to Carolina and do a better job of quarterback than the 8 or 9 quarterbacks that they had since 2000. Wow, Coach. Since 2020 for the last 2 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Cam left, came back. Y'all are crazy, boy. Drez, what's going on, Coach? Nah, you ain't late, boy. You just in time. Always on time. Gave you my. Oh man, but yeah. I mean, look, guys, we have to be positive about the way things are going, and the reason why I say that is because think about this: we gotten written off, right? We got written off, and then it's one of those cases where we don't even have the tools that we properly need to get the job done. So just imagine next year, whenever you start getting those tools, that's whenever it's going to be crazy. That's whenever it's going to be crazy. Because I'm going to tell you something. We don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be next year. I feel like it's completely up in the air. Because I'm hearing a lot of talk about Lamar Jackson. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on out there. You know, I'm hearing a lot of talk about Lamar Jackson. I'm hearing a lot of talk about, you know, what's going to happen with Desmond Ridder, what's going to happen with Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota, he's on a 2-year deal, but I mean, this is the NFL. After a while, it's like you can be let go because these contracts, they're not fully guaranteed. The only person who has a fully guaranteed contract is a boy who likes to get massages. You know, so I mean, look, we definitely gotta, you know, we definitely gotta consider that. Cliff Jackson says big time free agency next year, or big time free agent next year. Yeah, big time. But it's one of those cases where we got to make sure that we spend our money wisely. You know, and if we do that, we won't put ourselves in the same situation that we were in with Thomas Dimitrov. Because if we do, if we're going to have a quarterback or we're going to have 2 players that we can't support the rest of the team with, right? And we never want to be like that. You never want to be like that. And then you stuck. Stuck like Chuck. Oh, man. Yes. You want to pay for your defense. Padre says Cousins getting guaranteed money too is wild. Yeah, because did he get out that 3-year deal that was fully guaranteed for like $86 million? Yeah. Now this was like I think he's finishing it out now. I think this is his last year. Roger says me and my friends got money to spend. Drake. I'm glad you do. Got money to blow. Oh man. Stay ready. Freddie says, thing is, we're improving every game. So we're putting teams on notice. Today was a great win because the Browns have one of the best run schemes in the league. And we held our own. Yes. We out-browned the Browns today, guys. We out-browned the Browns. You know, so it's one of those cases where you know, moving forward, if you can continue to throw the ball, stay aggressive, Marcus Mariota makes the plays that he needs to make, we're in there. Like, I'm gonna tell you now, guys, if you look at the teams we played, we're a playoff team. And like I said, I know I keep going back to the whole NFC South roundtable, but they were counting us out. Everybody put us last in the division. Everybody.
Didn't think we were gonna do nothing.
We started to show off. Dave said, "Hey, coach, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Are y'all tanking for Bryce Young?" I was like, what? I like, there's a good possibility he could be playing in Carolina. Like, there's a legit possibility. It's like, so, and y'all ain't gonna be tanking. Y'all gonna be trying to win. They didn't take for they didn't take for Cam Newton. That happened organically. Just cycling them out, in and out. Just cycling like the washing machine. Just oh man. YHZY says we're going to the Super Bowl. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of positivity I'm talking about right there, Bo. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Because look, I say this all the time. It's just like they say for the Sweet 16 tournament or for the NCAA tournament, you got to get to the tournament. You get to the tournament, ain't no telling what happens after that. You just got to get to the tournament. You win 2-3 games. Next thing you know, hello, we're in the Super Bowl. Oh man, what we gonna do? We got to get down there.
I know one thing, we better hold on to that playbook this time.
Oh God, don't even get Big Low Conspiracy started on the whole playbook debacle. Dre says, LMAO, they don't have to tank. No, they don't have to tank. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna sit here and tell me or ask me, insinuate like, oh, so y'all go to tank or what? Like me? You don't even worry about me. Jay says, failing on accident. It'd be different if you do it on purpose. Just failing on accident, bro. But everybody wrote us off. I said, nah, we're going to finish second in the division. And that very well could be a case where I was shortchanging us. So, look, it's one of those things. Leroy says, we won, Big Low. Saints lost, Panthers lost, Bucks lost, and we won. Yes, it's the holy trifecta. It's the holy trifecta. Coach Bridget said, hey, y'all, don't even worry about getting Lamar. He too expensive. Roger said, hey, first, let's get to the playoffs first, Coach. let's get to the tournament first. Yeah, exactly. We're just trying to get to the tournament. Once we get to the tournament, we're good to go. John Thompson said, this is a smooth rebuild. This ain't a rebuild. We retooling. Because if you look at it, this scheme, Marcus Mariota, even though he doesn't have the same passing numbers as Matt Ryan, he fits the scheme better than a Matt Ryan. I mean, he just fits the scheme better. Huh? What? For what? Oh, okay. Clay Melton, he said, a dirty bird back. Dirty bird that never left. It lived in our hearts forever. So y'all let me know. It's like, while we're on here, y'all let me know. Do you feel like the Atlanta Falcons can make the playoffs? If you feel like they can make the playoffs, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like, we're getting out ahead of our skis, put a 2 in the chat. I mean, I just want to know, am I getting naked for no reason? But do you feel like the Atlanta Falcons can make the playoffs? If you feel like they can, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like, hey, let's slow down, put a 2 in the chat. Tony Wright says, I feel sorry for the city of Detroit as the Lions made quarterback Geno Smith look like he's an all-pro. Boy, the boys went off, boy. The boys went off. Dante says, let's go Falcons and our Atlanta Braves. Chop them Mets heads off and sweep them 3 games. Man, boy, you got violent. Oh, goodness gracious. Jay Murphy said, tanking ain't even in our blood. Our DNA, beloved. Hello. Look, y'all, how often have we been at the end of the season when we don't even have a chance to make the playoffs? And we still win.
Ruining our draft position.
Because that's what Arthur Blank is. Arthur Blank is a man of integrity. If he feels like you trying to lose on purpose, he'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing, you nincompoops?" Like, why I oughta? You better get out there and win. Like, you know, you sound like a 1920s gangster. Like, hey, you nincompoops. You better get your heads out of your rear ends and like, wait, what? Get out there and play some good ball, why don't you? Like, okay, all right, Arthur. Coach Dre. What's going on, James? Much love to you. Coach Dre, Coach Joven, YHZY, Coach Drez, they all feel like we can make the playoffs. They feel like we can make the playoffs. Dante, you feel like we can make the playoffs. Coach Bridget says, "You're right, Coach. You was telling the Saints, Panthers, and Bucks, Coach, with your round table talk that we may be better than they think, and they ain't want to believe you. But look at us now. Hello." Oh man, John Thompson says, "Exactly, Big Low. Wait till we get a non-fidgety quarterback." Wow. And look, the thing is, Marcus Mariota, he might work his way out of this. That's the thing. Just imagine, like, if he worked, because I feel like all of these issues that he have, it's mental. He's just worried about messing up. If he gets over that, possibilities are endless. You know, but that's mental.
But you think that'll be resolved with
I feel like that's mental. You know, because one thing as a quarterback, and see, it's a slippery slope, because one thing as a quarterback you never want to do is underthrow guys. You never, if a ball goes into the dirt, people looking at you like, oh, he ain't got an arm strength.
Mayfield threw this terrible pass.
Oh, really?
Into the dirt. I was like, ooh, oh, it really, like, instantly, I was like, I can't take him seriously because it was bad. It was just so bad. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So if you're a quarterback, you throw a ball into the dirt, everybody like, oh, okay, all right, exactly, yeah. So it's like mentally, it's like you're trying not to mess up, and you just want to get the ball to where it needs to get to. Like, it's some people, they need to see sports psychologists for the smallest things. I'm not saying he needs to see one, but sometimes it's mental. Sometimes you just think a little bit too much about things. Edward Warden, take care, man. The chosen one. They all feel like we can make the playoffs. They feel like it's a possibility. John Thompson, he gave me a 1.6. Garrett, he gave CM Garrett. He gave me a 1. He think we can make the playoffs. Trinity Clark says we should start Ritter by game 8. I don't want us to be like the 49ers, and now they're stuck with Garoppolo. They mismanaged Lance by not playing him last year. When they knew he was going to start, next. I mean, yeah, and you make a legit point. Redrick gave me 11 ones, huh? What you got? I take some V8. Coach Tyler, he feels like we can make the playoffs. Coach Padre says 1 1/4. It fits that off. Coach Padre, he got his left foot in and his left foot out. Bridget, Coach Robert, they feel like we can make the playoff. ATL Skate Man, he says, hey, y'all getting all excited about nothing. Thank you so much, baby. Y'all know, look, was it my cup? It's in my cup. It might be pink lemonade. It might be pink lemonade and moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see. Y'all make sure y'all check us out on Instagram at Big Low Kuntry. I embodied the beauty of drinking from a mason jar in 15 seconds. So if you get a chance, make sure that you go check us out on Instagram at Big Low Kuntry to see what's the beauty of drinking out of a mason jar. Make sure you check that out. Kenna, Coach Trinity, they feel like we can all make the playoff. They all feel like we can make it. False Start Falcons says, one, all the good things from last year, and taking the next step. And that's what it's all about. I hate to take this from the Saints, but it's about that progression. I hate to take that from Cam Jordan. I used to hate to see this, but yes, there's levels to it. Oh man. Chair Arts 404 says, one, but Ritter might fumble that away though. He said Ritter might fumble that away too. Hey man, look, it's kind of like what Tyler Russell said. Anything is possible. Coach Dre says, Coach Low, aka Beloved, you're not getting naked for no reason, Beloved. Hello. Oh man. Leroy says, look, man, let's all give our respects to Huntley. That man went off. Oh yeah. He got a lot of people's game ball. Lynn T said, hey man, y'all ain't finna make the playoffs. Y'all don't get too excited. Dre True Statement says, two, I'm still waiting to see if we can do it consistently and if Mariota can stop with the BS turnovers. And I understand that. Coach Terrell, he just laughing. Ghost Pepper says, three, just show and improve one game at a time. And there's, look, that's how you supposed to approach it. Dre says nincompoops. That's Arthur Blank. Like, hey, I know y'all ain't tanking out there, you nincompoops. Why I oughta. Get your heads out of your hindquarters. Coach Padre says Arthur Blank sounds like a Bugs Bunny character now. Oh man. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Padre with the Superman chat. He says Mariota plays like a kid that snuck out the house. I think he saw his mama. I think he saw his mama car turn the corner. I hang up and listen. You do the Mike Davis back home. Like, Marcus, where are you going? Run back to the house and take the kitchen out the freezer. I'm gonna take the chicken out the freezer. Put it in some hot water. Like, why ain't this chicken thawed out? Ryan Donna says, what in the world, Bo? The Falcons won at home? Yes, sir. Sure enough did. Got that dub. Gotta love it. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are tied for first in the division. You gotta love it, man. Man. Well, look, y'all, I ain't finna keep y'all on here too long. I know that. Look, it's actually Monday. It's Monday morning. Talk until Monday, y'all. Y'all definitely keep me rolling, and I definitely enjoy how y'all make me think about different scenarios and different things as far as this Atlanta Falcons team. That's why y'all the coaching staff, But moving forward, y'all keep making sure that you bring the energy to the chat. Because that's what y'all do. Y'all bring the energy. Look, I talk to other content creators all the time, and they tell me every time, they say, hey, Coach Low, you got the most lit chat. On YouTube. I say, hey, bro, that's the coaching staff. That's what they do. They coming with the fire, bro. More fire. Yeah, we see. That's what they coming with. Oh man. But yeah, man, look, in the meantime, I need y'all to stay safe. Please have a healthy, happy, and productive work week. Please don't do anything that I would do. We're 2-2, tied for first in the division. We're gonna see if we can take it to these Bucks next week. Y'all already know what time it is, Bo. We ready. Y'all take it easy, man.